ลำดับต่อไปครับจริงๆแล้วตั้งแต่ช่วงเช้าแล้วครับที่ผมได้เกริ่นเอาไว้ว่าเดี๋ยวนี้เนี่ยทุกอย่างมันมีการเชื่อมโยงมันมีการ connect ซึ่งกันและกันเช่นเดียวกันครับไม่ว่าจะเป็นตัวเราเอง connect กับตัวบริษัทข้อมูลต่างๆในคอมพิวเตอร์อาจจะเป็นแล็ปท็อปหรือว่าโน้ตบุ๊กที่บ้านบางคนอาจจะใช้ Chromebook นะครับทั้งหมดเหล่านี้จะมีการเชื่อมโยงกับฐานข้อมูลครับซึ่งถ้าใครที่ใช้ระบบคลาวด์เอาไว้เรียบร้อยความง่ายของการโยนข้อมูลต่างๆเอาไว้จากนั้นก็ไปที่ไหนก็ได้คุณก็สามารถดึงข้อมูลต่างๆเหล่านี้จะเป็นการเช็คสต็อกดูสินค้าการเช็คว่าสิ่งของต่างๆบริการสินค้านั้นถูกส่งออกไปทั้งหมดนี้อยู่ตรงไหนได้ง่ายหมดเลยครับเช่นเดียวกันครับขอบเขตดังกล่าวเหล่านี้เราก็ต้องมอบส่วนนี้ให้กับทางทีมงานหรือพนักงานของเรากันด้วยแต่ส่วนของความปลอดภัยดังกล่าวนี้จะสามารถควบคุมได้มากน้อยแค่ไหนเชื่อว่าบางบริษัทน่าจะเริ่มต้นขึ้นแล้วละครับในการเช็คอีเมลทั้งหลายการเข้าโปรแกรมการใช้มือถือเชื่อมต่อทั้งหลายอาจจะต้องใส่พาสเวิร์ดทุกครั้งนั่นก็เป็นเพราะว่านี่คือขั้นตอนความปลอดภัยส่วนหนึ่งครับแต่ทั้งหมดเหล่านี้อาจจะไม่ได้เกิดขึ้นง่ายๆเราต้องมาทำความเข้าใจกันก่อนครับว่าทั้งหมดเนี่ยมันมีความเสี่ยงตรงจุดไหนบ้างจุดไหนที่ถ้าเราพลาดไปแล้วจะทำให้เกิดเป็นจุดที่ล่วไหลออกไปและกลายเป็นว่าคู่แข่งทางธุรกิจอาจจะนำหน้าเราได้นี่คือสิ่งที่เราตั้งใจที่จะพาทุกท่านเข้าสู่การบรรยายในครั้งนี้ครับในหัวข้อที่ว่า Enterprise Mobility Management Secure Manage and Empower ครับจุดเปลี่ยนของเทคโนโลยีความปลอดภัยบนมือถือในโอกาสนี้ครับต้องขออนุญาตเกริ่นนะครับให้ทุกท่านได้รู้จักกันนะครับว่าบุคคลท่านต่อไปนี้ครับบินตรงมาเพื่อจะมาพูดคุยแล้วก็เล่าให้ทุกท่านได้ฟังกันนะครับท่านผู้นี้นะครับเป็น Director for the Asia Regions at AirWatch by VMware ครับ the leading enterprise mobility management provider in this role ครับ Edwin is responsible for devising and deploying our sales objective and goal across the regions growing company revenue focusing strong customer and partner relationship and managing the AirWatch sale นะครับprocess to ensure his team achieve all quarterly target ครับ most recently ครับ Edwin เนี่ยนะครับเคยทำงานมาแล้วหลายต่อหลายที่ด้วยกันนะครับ Edwin served as the head of mobile security for SAP in the APJ regions when he was directly responsible for discovering opportunity and increasing the market share for all of SAB Mobility Product นะครับและยังเคยดำรงตำแหน่งนะครับในประสบการณ์ที่ SAP ครับรวมถึงนะครับยัง serve as the head of sales for Southeast Asia at Mobile Ion ด้วยนะครับและลำดับต่อไปครับ May I invite Mr. Edwin Lee on stage please ครับเรียนเชิญครับ
Thank you
สวัสดีครับ
Hi everyone, Sawadee Krap. So thank you for introducing a bit of my background. So wait, where are my slides? Okay, so I'm Edwin Lee. I have the honor and pleasure of running AirWatch in ASEAN or Southeast Asia for VMware. So the MC has already introduced me a little bit. I used to run mobility at SAP, my previous job. Prior to that, I was at Mobile Ion. So I actually only do one thing for my career. I only do mobility. When I joined, okay, so I graduated out of Australia for IT degree, and what happens when you have an IT degree? Your first job, help desk, right? Spent a few years in help desk, running a help desk, and then in 2004, I was invited to join a company called Research in Motion, which makes this little thing called BlackBerry. Right, so in 2004, when I told people to put email on their phones, people thought I was crazy. 2004, they're like, we don't want email. Email on my laptop's fine. Right, everything has changed. Nowadays, if you don't have email on your phone, people laugh at you. Right, so I've come a long way, and if you speak to any one of my AirWatch employees, you will realize that all of them are similar to me. We only do mobility, and we're proud of it. There are 2,000 AirWatch employees. We were acquired by VMware January 2014. So together with VMware now, there's 19,000 employees. It's a huge ecosystem. we have 15,000 customers. We are the largest enterprise mobility management company in the world. Undisputed, AirWatch. So for those who have not seen this, this used to be called the Gartner Mobile Device Management Quadrant. Right, we have been there since 2011. We're the leaders quadrant. Actually, it's a bit small. This is us. Is that a laser pointer? Oops. Oh. Let me find that pointer. Oh, okay. Anyway, that's AirWatch. So we have been there since 2011, and the new one comes out every June. Right? We are fully confident we'll be there, and these are just a list of other industry accolades that we've gotten over the years. So this brings back memories, right? I mean, how did mobility start? It was Palm. Palm actually started everything with PDA. Without Palm, we're not here. I mean, mobility would not exist today without Palm. There was Palm, X3, Pilot, and it changed, and then BlackBerry came. Right? I saw the rise and the decline of the BlackBerry. For years, there was only one mobile device. One mobile device when get email. It was the BlackBerry, full stop. About 2004 to 2009, around that area. And then suddenly, oh, Apple launches a phone. And then Android came in. Windows came back. I mean, the space moves really fast. I mean, we've seen some OS go extinct. We've seen Palm, I mean, they're gone, WebOS, Symbian, IntelliSync. You know, a lot of stuff happens, right? But all of a sudden, with all this new hardware, it created a new need, right? And this is always my private joke, right? How did it all start, right? It started with mobile device management. How did mobile device management start? When all the CIOs got their first iPad. And the CEOs, they have their iPad. They went back to IT. I want my email on this. Right? And then device management started. That's how it all started. There's a need to control more than BlackBerries now. Right? Phones, every phone needed email. Apps were coming in. And then we moved to email management, mobile email management. There was a need. Some OSs have a flaw. I mean, their email container is not secure. That created a need for a brand new software, a new space, MEM. And then we know apps exploded, right? Plant vs. Zombies, no. I mean, the consumer apps, Plant vs. Zombies, Angry Birds, Goodreader, Excellion, a lot of stuff, all productivity apps started coming out. And that created mobile app management. And then we had content. What about your documents? Those need to be secured. I mean, all this stuff needs to be, it's enterprise data. You cannot put a price on confidential customer price lists, product lists, customer database, right? That's all content management that needed to be secured. And for some industries, browser management as well. And that created a whole, and it was really quite chaotic. There was basically MAM, MBM, MCM, MDM, MEM. Totally different spaces, different software to address different needs. And then there became a naming convention. You know, some people went with MEM, Mobility Enterprise Management. Some people went with EMM, Enterprise Mobility Management. And I'm happy to tell you that we have consolidated. It is EMM now. Okay, it's not just device management. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be managed. There's workspace. Some employees say, this is my phone. I don't want a password, but I want enterprise data. How do we do it? We carve a virtual machine on it, separate container to manage their space. So you end up having like 2 address books, one for personal, one for corporate. That's managing the workspace. We evolve to meet the needs of the consumers. AirWatch Video, this is very new. This is YouTube for enterprise. And we see that a lot. We use it a lot. It's very useful. You know, you have a new product, a new training video, a new training slide deck, a 30-page slide deck for salespeople. They may not read it. You put a video, they may watch it. Okay, even orientation. It's too much to put it into slides. You know, have a video. So we've seen enterprises pick that up. There's a need to secure video internally, training, material. Chat. I mean, we have WhatsApp, there's Line, there's Viber, but should that be used? For some industries, it shouldn't be used. Bankers should not be using WhatsApp or Line to communicate. Buy this stock, buy that stock, sell that. No. Doctors should not be using WhatsApp to communicate. All this stuff needs to be audited, needs to be logged in case of legal repercussions, right? So we have AirWatch Chat, we have AirWatch Display to manage digital signage. We also have teachers' tools. This was built for education, and it's fantastic too. The schools have deployed, love it. So what happens if I'm a teacher and I have an iPad, and this is my class, and if I click this button, everybody's iPad freezes. And if I push down this PowerPoint, everybody can only read that one PowerPoint. And if I push down a test, everybody can only do that on their iPad. It's locked for that moment in the classroom. And then after the class, fine, you can go and do your Facebook. I unlock it. So we build customized solutions because every line of business has a different need for mobility. And where are we going with mobility, right? I mean, it starts with device, but it's growing. IoT, I mean, you saw an Intel presentation on IoT. IoT is coming, right? We have smartwatches. I love my smartwatch. We have all the Fit bands. We have Google Glasses. All this is getting us to where IoT needs to be, all the interconnected devices. We have electric cars. This is the Tesla from US. For those who have not seen how a Tesla accelerates, go to YouTube for it. It's really fast. There's no gears. Full electric. It's really quite interesting. You can control it. You can unlock it, lock it. You can on the AC. You can on the engine with your phone. Those are iPhone screenshots. This is today. I mean, everything's supposed to be connected, right? And in the future, I mean, the perfect world, let's take this conference room as an example. There's a company called Nest, N-E-S-T. What they're trying to do is really interesting. So they'll have cameras here. They will look at how many people are in the room. They'll decide where the aircon vents should be blowing so everybody gets enough aircon. They'll monitor where everyone is sitting so the lights don't shine in your face. Smart conference room. All this stuff is coming. And not just for Tesla. Asians are doing it. Nissan believes that your car key should open your car, should pay for groceries, should be the key to your house. It should do everything. Nissan's doing that. So all this leads on to the next one, navigation. So I like to check how old I am. Who saw this movie? Total Recall, 1999. 990. Okay, yeah, see? A few people. I've been in some rooms where I show this and everyone's like, 1990, I mean, okay. But anyway, this blew my mind. 25 years ago, driverless car, a robot driving a car. I mean, that was like, wow. Okay, it took us 25 years. Yes, 25 years. But it's here. Google has this out in US, out on the streets, driverless. This maps their street view, Google Street View for them, right? It's fantastic. And for those who saw this, Total Recall, 2012. This is very interesting part. I love this part of the movie, right? Where they're in the cars. Nobody's driving the cars. The city drives the car. And then when something breaks down, a crane comes out, picks up the car, and it moves on. Driverless cars, city driving the car. I'm not a prophet or anything. I don't know how many years this will take. 10, 20, I don't know, but it will happen. All of us will see this happen. And this is coming. This is already here, right? I mean, Thailand is probably more advanced in terms of wireless payment than Singapore for some reason. Singapore do not like wireless payment. But finally, Visa has done something. I've finally seen Singaporeans start to pay using wireless payment or using their phone. I mean, is this, and we consider this like new technology, right? Wireless payment. The Japanese have been doing it since, I don't know, 1970 or something. It's just a matter of having all the components come into place at the right time. And where will IoT take us? I mean, everything has to be connected, remember? This is one of my favorite case studies. This is a contact lens. It's being developed by Google X and Novartis. So what it does, it detects blood sugar from your eye fluids. Okay, it talks to your phone. Okay, the contact lens has no power. It talks to your phone. Okay, so if you are eating too much, it flashes red or pink. It says stop eating the cake. You keep eating, it's gonna flash really red. You better stop eating now. I mean, and why? I mean, some people will be thinking, why are we building contact lenses that talk to your phone? What's the use case, right? The use case is for people with diabetes. They prick themselves. It's really painful. Right? My wife had gestational diabetes. She had to do it like 6 times a day. I've heard of people who had to do it like 20 plus times a day for people who have serious diabetes. And I didn't know. I mean, when I was doing this slide, then I realized that 9% of all adults have diabetes. This is not just US. This is a global number. This is serious. So instead of pricking yourself that many times a day, but to pricking yourself and wearing contact lens, I would be willing to wear this contact lens, to be frank. That's where the use case comes from. I mean, some problems need to be solved, right? I mean, Internet of Things sounds very nice, but a lot of things have to fall in place. For example, the LED flash. All LED technology today needs zinc chloride. That's a problem. Zinc chloride gets into you, you die. So we have to reinvent it. But the contact lens is here today. The flashing part will be fantastic. And what else do we do? I mean, it's multiple things have to be tied in for it to be effective, right? Order medicine. You're eating too much sugar. Order medicine. If you knock out, and it probably can't detect it, too much sugar, I'm going to call an ambulance for you. It could save lives. I mean, again, how many years? I have no idea. But it's there. The zinc chloride is a major problem to be solved. But the contact lens is already there. The technology is all there today. And we'll look at some airlines. We have a large amount of airlines. Just in ASEAN alone, we have Singapore Airlines, we have NOC, Philippine Airlines, Silk Air, Tiger, AirAsia. They're all my customers. And they usually adopt technology really fast. Why? Because they're carrying millions of people every day, right? There's a lot of lives at stake. They need to be on top of technology. And you see multiple things. They have bring your own device. They have EFB. Remember, pilots used to carry a briefcase when they're walking. Used to be cool. You see the pilots, the briefcase. And it's changed. What was inside that briefcase was paper. A lot of paper. The plane manual, rostering, scheduling. Nowadays, they carry an iPad. Especially Singapore Airlines. Now they carry one iPad. And they still look sexy. So it's not the briefcase, it's the head, okay, for the pilots. And we have other stuff, cabin crews, rostering, routes, communications, ground information. Everything needs to be fast. I mean, the whole point what the airlines are trying to achieve is when that plane lands, everything should be self-automated. Okay, cleaning crew cleans it. Take out their phone, done. Load the food, done. Engineering, check the engines. Everything has to be efficient. The longer those planes stay on ground, the more money it costs them. Right. Engineering as well, parts inventory. All this stuff needs to be checked. And in-flight entertainment, we've got multiple use cases, right? But where does this go together? It's not tied together now. Is there IoT there? Not really, to be frank. I mean, but some of this is here. And we have a colleague in my team that used to work for Philippine Airlines. She tells us the engine parts are there. The engine tells the engineers, I've done 20,000 miles, please replace me. The engine talks to them, right? So that's one thing. And then in the perfect world, what should happen, right? The engineer or the engineering department should know what part needs to be replaced. And then the repair department needs to know that I need to schedule a hangar for the plane to come in and replace it. And the engineers need to know how to do it. So it's all 4 different use cases, 4 different departments, 4 different use cases, and they're not there yet. In a perfect world, it's all automated smoothly. But we have to get there. And at the center of it right now today is still that mobile device, right? The mobile device is still at the center of it. Which brings me to this slide. I mean, our phones do so much nowadays. There's so many features on every mobile device. And it's going to be the remote control once IoT happens. I mean, IoT, everything is connected. Remember, it will happen. Hello? And there are many reasons for this, right? The hardware has to be ready. Smart devices. The infrastructure has to be there as well. It's not there in some countries. It's not there for some cities, even in Singapore, right? Costs, bandwidth has to come down. The apps must be there, the ecosystem, everything. But it really is coming together. I've seen this take its while to creep together, but we see mobility taking shape together with IoT. Cost of compute is low. Bandwidth is low now. Everybody expects this. It's an expectation of human nature to want fast internet, mobility, smartphones. So IoT is going to follow all these demands that we have. And where does this leave IT? I mean, at the end of the day, we're a software company. Right? Where does this leave IT? It used to be really simple for IT. You know, like I said, years ago, you want email on your device, only BlackBerry, full stop. Your laptop, yes, company laptop, everything is VPN, right? It's all VPN. And the company owns the laptop. Company owns the device. Very simple, no problem. Right? Things change. Nowadays, we have so much. We have BYOD, bring your own device. We have bring your own laptop. We have choose your own device. We have, I don't know what else is there. There's a lot of stuff that's there. IT doesn't even know nowadays who owns it. We have, what's the one I heard? Corporate-owned personal-enabled devices. Company subsidizes your mobile phone, but you control it. That's just the hardware. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be considered now, internal, external. There's so much touching points in the IT now. Right? Content repositories. People expect now. I mean, used to be where a PowerPoint is 4 meg. You're like, you're trying to send me a 4 meg PowerPoint. That's huge. Nowadays, we're looking at 40, 50. And it doesn't go across email. You got to find another way to deliver it. So IT has multiple concerns nowadays. And it looks like this. Now, for those who have an IT background, this was designed to look at a network diagram. Right? What's coming in on the outside? Any device. Right? If you do bring your own device, think about what you have to bear with. Hardware support. Is your IT able to support every brand of hardware out there? Right? Ruggedized devices, laptops. What tablets do you want to support? What OS do you want to control? We have other stuff coming in. Phones. Watches. My watch is a companion watch. But like Samsung has the Gear S, right? It's got a SIM card. It gets email by itself. Should that be controlled? It should. I mean, as long as any device has the potential to leak or endanger the company, yes, that has to be secured. And that is just hardware. Then you look at where they're coming in from. What do you want to secure? Email, content, browsing. You need to set your strategies. You need to look a little bit in the future and decide how you want to do it. The policies should be mapped out from day one. And what are they touching? Like I said earlier, content repositories, app servers. It's no longer where the app is only on the desktop. On your PC and the app is there. No longer. People expect the app to function the same on a mobile device. They expect to be able to do everything from there. Right? And there's multiple concerns. Do you want cloud? Do you going on-premise? You going hybrid? So there's multiple concerns, and I've ran out of time. But at AirWatch, we believe, and I believe, AirWatch believes that mobility is inevitable. Same with the Internet of Things. So for any of you guys who are looking for mobility roadmap for discussion, please reach out to us. We have our great partner True here. We have case studies to tell you. We have every industry we've touched with. Every industry has a use case, and we'll be glad to help you plan your mobility journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much Edwin Lee นะครับ